In previous lecture, we had studied integer array, single dimension integer array. Now, let us continue with character array. Character array is also known as a string, a set of characters known as a character array. For example, here, if you declare S as a string and if you store a Nasik under this variable, then actually these values are stored in this fashion. First value is n, the next one is a, then s, then h, then I, then j, like this. You can create a character array. But here is one rule. It is a single dimensional character array, and it is always end with null character. It is a default character followed by string. If you enter Nasik, then null is appear at the last location. If you enter Mumbai, again null is appear at the last location. If here you don't give a size, then by default it allocate the 5 bytes in memory, and null is also allocate the single byte in memory. Like this you can create a simple character array. But whenever we use a integer array, in that case we declare array like this, integer x of 5. In this case what happen, whenever you declare array like this, then you know that this array is capable only to enter a 5 values. That is, it is a fixed value or it is a fixed size. If you declare array of 5, then it only accepts 5 values from you. But if you declare a character array, then in this case you can store, if you store a single character, or if you store two characters, then it is valid. If you store a it is also valid because it contains 5 characters. If you enter Goa, it is also valid. It means what? In case of integer array, there is a rule to enter a value from 0 in subscript till the size -1. But here you don't have such restriction. You can enter till the 5 characters starting from single character. In this case, every string is default terminated by a null character. If here there is no condition to enter how many letters, therefore here you don't need a loop for entering string. If you want to enter an integer array, then in case of integer array you have to write a loop for I equal to 0, I is less than something 5, I plus plus, and then you can write a scanf function. Why? Because here there is a rule to enter only given size elements. But here in string we don't have any rule. You can enter starting from single character till the given size. Therefore here you don't need a loop. But here you have to use a unformatted getS function. This function is useful to scan string from user. You can also write a scanf function also, but scanf function is terminate if you use a space. It only read the value before the space. That is, if you enter here Mumbai city, then scanf function only able to accept Mumbai, not city. But if you use a getS function, then it read the whole string Mumbai city with space. You can also use puts function to print output or string. It is also unformatted function to print string. You can also use here simple printf function. It is also valid to print string. Okay. Then here we don't need to use loop for input for output, but if you want to check one by one character from given string, then you have to write a loop. Again, it is a type of array, that's why it always begin with 0. As we know that we give here I plus plus, but we don't need know where the string get terminate. But we know that whatever value we enter under the character array, that type of value always terminated by a null character. Therefore, you can write here s of I is not equal to null. Null is a single character, therefore enclose this character under a single quote. Okay, you need here first loop for I equal to 0, s of I is not equal to I plus plus, and then you can print or you can handle single one by one character from string. It is a important thing. How to scan string, how to print string, and how to perform process with string. These three things are important. Now let us create a program. Program to print total length of string. Here declare one string, suppose s of 20. We need here I, and for counting length we need one more counter. Now first ask user to enter string. You can also give a message, enter your name, enter your city name, like this. Use here getS. It is always good to use getS instead of scanf. Now calculate the length. We know that this always start from 0. Then s of I is not equal to null and I plus plus. Okay, and give simple logic length plus plus, because I is beginning from 0 and we want to count character from 0. Length means what? How many character contained by the string known as length. Print here string as well as length. You can also use a puts function. Length now run it. If you enter Mumbai, it displays 6 characters, that is the length of string is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you enter metro city, then here you can find that there is 10 character. How it count? The 5 character of metro, then here is the spaces also count 6, and then 4 character from city. It's 10 characters. If here again modify this program, suppose here you have a single character ch and you want to find the occurrence of given character. For this purpose you have to declare here occurrence variable. Now scan single character from user. Simply use here scanf. Okay, how to check occurrence? You have to check here this, compare this ch value to every character from string. Therefore s of I, if the s of I is equal to ch, if it is fine then only occurrence get plus plus. Like this you can also print a occurrence. Here if you put a I, then occurrence is 2. Like this, you can count a occurrence. You can also apply your own logic to perform string operations. But if you want to count here, the string contain how many spaces? How to use how to create this program? For this program, you need a ASCII values. If you remember, the ASCII value of space is 32. Then you can use here one counter for space and check here whether the character of string is space. Then give increment to space counter. Okay. Print here total number of spaces. Here I take maximum size for string. Okay. Save it. Check it. Suppose here we put a why here is the oh sorry, here is my mistake. Here use the ASCII value of space 32. Again take a maximum size for a string, otherwise you will not find the appropriate result. If I put the same string, again here put one character. Okay, a. Here is the total spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, like this you can also use a ASCII value while handling the strings. Got it? It is a simple program. Now let us create a program of copy string. In case of array, we already solved the programs copy array, merge array, swapping of array. You can use all this program, or you can convert all this program to a string also. Here simple create a program copy string. For a copy string, you have to declare toString. Sorry. And it must contain a same size s1 and s2. Here you need one character, one integer variable. Okay, apply the simple logic like array. You have to read character beginning from 0 till the termination of string, and then simply put here character from s of I to character in s2 of I. Okay, like this you simply use a logic for copy string. The copy string is also in there. It is the simple logic to copy string. You can also write a program for swapping of string. If string 1 has character man, string 2 has sun, then after swapping there is result will be within string 1 value of string 2 is swap, and within string 2 value of string 1. You can simply perform this program by using temporary variable to exchange the values. We already do this type of program. We already done this program in case of array. You have to need only convert that program to a string. It is a simple task. It is known as a swapping of string. Now let us create one interesting program. Do you remember it? What is palindrome number? Right? 1 to 1 is known as a palindrome number. Why? Because the reverse of this number is equal to the original number, is known as a palindrome number. Like this, if I put here madam, it is a palindrome string. Why? Because m is equal to m, a equal to a, d equal to d. If we go to reverse, then a equal to a and m equal to m. It is known as a palindrome string. Then how to check whether the given string is palindrome string or not? For this purpose, you have to check one by one character. That is, if you put at the first location I equal to 0, then you need to find the last location. You can find last location by calculating length and put the here another variable j, which is always equal to length minus 1. And now compare, you can ready to compare I and j. If these values are same, then the given string is palindrome, else string is not palindrome. How to create this program? Let us see. Program to check. By using this logic, you can also write a program to print reverse of given string. Here we need only single string. But here is the important thing is to find length and one more variable j for comparison. But here we will compare this string or this string by character within the for loop. Therefore, we need here one more variable flag. Okay, enter the first string, then calculate the length of string by simply applying logic length plus plus, and now check whether the given string is palindrome or not. For this logic, set I is equal to 0, j, locate the value of j at the length minus 1. Okay, then check here if the value at I is equal to value at j, then within loop here we perform a comparison operation character by character. Therefore, you have to take a help of flag. If this condition is true, then flag is 1. If it is false, then flag is 0. But if the flag is 0, it means what? Your string is not palindrome. Then immediately skip all the character and take a break. After termination of loop, you have to check here what is the value of flag. If the flag is 1, then there is simple logic. The given string is palindrome. Else, not palindrome. Okay. Oh, sorry. If string is madam, string is palindrome. If you put the other string, then there is, you will find the result not palindrome. Again run it. It is not palindrome. But if you put the string like this, in this case what happened? I put here one more character. No, I don't want this type of string. I want the string if ABC, IJ and CBA. Yeah, right. CBA. Then here what happened? A is equal to A, B equal to B, C equal to C. That is what? Flag is always 1. But when you compare I with J, then flag is 0. And what we do in our program? We immediately take the break. Therefore, here you will find the result string is not palindrome. That's why we take a break within the loop. Otherwise, if you don't take a break, then you will find that here the answer is string is palindrome, because whenever these values are checked, the flag is 0. But again, the loop is continued with the other character. Therefore, C equal to C, A equal to A, B equal to B, and A equal to A. Okay. Here is the simple program to check whether the given string is palindrome or not. You can also write a program merge string, that is if string 1 contain word joy, then the third string must be that means what? Here the first store the all values from string 1 to string 3 and then followed by string 2. Again, this program is similar to merge integer array program. Therefore, you can do this program by using integer array logic. Here also you need a k variable as we use under integer array. You can also here use all this program without using logic. If you want to create the concatenation of two string program or merge of two string program without using a logic, then here you have a string.h header file. From this header file, you can use a number of methods. We don't have here process, therefore remove all the variables. How to use functions from header file? Let us see. Enter the string. If here you simply want to calculate the length, then also you don't need a any process. Simply declare a variable length, then length is equal to, there is a function string length in bracket s1, and if you print here this value, then you will find that it return the accurate length. It is the 11 character. Okay, like this you can also use a string library function. If you want to concat this string, then also you have a function here. That function is string cat. For this you need one more string. Suppose here we declare s2. For concatenation you have to need two string. Or if you want to create a concatenation of two string into a third string, then you need here one more string. Now enter first string, enter second string, how to perform concatenation logic. You have to first apply function string cpy, that is string copy, then copy the first string into third string. But again, if you apply the same function, then what happen, your first string get replaced and you will find that there is only a value of second string. But if you want to remain the first string as it is and want to store the second string also, then there is a function of string cat. Now s3 comma s2. Okay, and print here concatenation of string. That is what merge of string. Here is string Nasik city. Okay, like this you can also use a string library functions. You will find this function in any book. There are number of library functions, and you can use these functions by using or by checking its syntax. How many argument accepted by this function, you have to know this. Then only you can use this library function from string. Here you don't need to apply logic. You can only use these library functions. Therefore, this program is concatenation of string by using library functions. But if you want to perform this program without library function, then you have to apply logic like a integer array. We have already done that program in case of integer array. Convert the same program to character array. Now here simply perform the program to convert case of given string without library function. You have also functions to uppercase, lowercase functions, but here we have to apply our own logic. Program to convert given string. But for this program you need a ASCII values. Okay, here we have to take single variable I. It is an integer variable. Now how to convert case of given character? For this purpose you have to check given string from starting till the null character, right? And then you want to convert the case of given string. Here I mentioned convert case. That is, if it is upper, then convert it to lower. If it is lower, then convert it to upper. Therefore, you have to check here if the value of from string is upper. How to check by using ASCII value? It has a range 65 to 94 upper character and less than equal to 97. That is, if the string has, sorry, not 97, 90. If the string has capital character, then convert it to a small character. Then for this purpose, we have done this program in case of branching statement, switch statement. Like this also, here apply the logic of conversion by simply putting ASCII value of space. How it converts, let us see. If you enter here plus 32, then what happen? The value of capital letter or value of capital A is 65. If the string contains capital A, then system adds this 32 to a 65. Then you will get the value 97, and 97 is the ASCII value of small a. From the range A to Z, 60 to 90, if you add 32, then you will find the respective value of respective small case value. But if the string contain capital small letters, then there is ASCII value 97 to 122. Then do the opposite logic. Minus 32. Here is the simple program to convert string. Okay, here use S1. Suppose I put here is the conversion of string. Capital letter converted to small and small case letter converted to uppercase letters. It is simple program to convert character of or case of given string. Now here simply we want to perform a program like this. If we have a string and you want to find the acronym of it, as we know that the standard acronym of this is USA, but in our program the result is USOA. Okay, how to find acronym? If you watch it carefully, you can find that here within the resultant string there is a value after space, right? There is a character after a space. But how to store first character? You can simply store first character. You know that the first character is always located at the 0 location. Therefore, you can directly call the 0 character here and then apply the logic and only take this character which is appear after the space and store under the resultant string. Like this, you can find the acronym of given string. How to perform this program? Let us see. Here we need to only first check whether the space is located. After the if the you find a space within the string, then take the first character after space and store under the another string. We don't know how many characters stored in resultant string. Therefore, here we take a simple counter to count how many characters stored to a string, a separate counter. Because our I counter is useful only for to read a given string from 0 till the null character, and for this string you have to use a separate counter. Okay, let us see the program. Program to print acronym of given string. Here you need one more string. For example, for acronym, I take here ACR string. Then there is I, and you need one more variable K for second resultant string. The enter string. Okay, here, but you need to first store the first character from given string in resultant string. Therefore, here take a character, first character from string and put it in resultant string and give the increment to counter. Therefore, counter is located at the second location. Okay. Now here you have to check whether the space is located. Therefore, if string of I is equal to 32, then only what to do? Within the resultant string, store the next value, that is I plus 1 value, from string to a acronym. Okay, and now print the acronym. Okay, here we need one more curly bracket. What happened? Here is our result, USOA. Okay, so then perform simple thing. Here we have to put SCR. Here is the result SOA. But what is this one? It is a garbage characters. Then how to skip this character while printing the string? For this, you need to terminate the resultant string by using null character. Now here is the output. USO. But you know that the standard acronym of this is USA. Then you have to write a program and skip the value of O. If there is O, then don't put this O to a resultant string. If there is other than O, then only put the resultant string. Therefore, you have an assignment to print proper acronym of given string. Okay, you can do this program by simply modifying some part of this program. Okay, you can also do the program of insertion of string. It means what? If you have a main string which is, for example, happy, the substring is new and the remaining string, or you have to here the main string is not only happy year, the substring is new, and you have to calculate the final string, which is then how to create this, how to perform this logic. The main string is entered by the user, substring is entered by the user, therefore it is a choice of give the choice to user where he want a substring, therefore ask user a location. Here the location is 1 2 3 4 5, therefore first ask the location, user put the location according to his string. Then you need here first copy characters from main string to a final string till only a location. Then it is a first part of program, that is within the first loop you have to only start the loop from 0 till the location -1, then put all the character to a final string. Then in second loop you need to read a substring from 0 till the null, that is you want a whole substring. And again the how to check remaining string, for reading remaining string of main string you have to again start your counter from location -1 until the null character. Like this, in three steps you can perform this program. Let us start this program. Here also you need a separate counter for a resultant string. Program to program for insertion of string. You need here main string, substring. Then if the first string is of 20, main string is of 10, then the final string is of 30. Now here you need I and k equal to 0. Enter. Yeah, you need here one more variable, location. Enter main string. Then enter substring. And don't forget to ask location to a user. Enter location for insertion. Okay. Now within the first step, you have to read main string from 0 till the location -1. Therefore, simply write here I is less than location -1. And you need here to store this main string in final string. Give increment to k. This is your first step. In the next step, you have to read whole substring. Therefore, again start string from 0. Now you need a whole string. Therefore, ss of y is not equal to null. Okay. Then simply put here substring and then check the remaining main string. For remaining main string, your counter is always start from location -1 till the null and I++. And now put remaining main string. Here is your string is ready, and print this string. Okay. Here the location is 6. Happy New Year. Okay. Here is your output. If you want to put a space, then you can use a ASCII value 32 and separately put space within the string. After insertion of first string, put here space. After the insertion of substring, put here space by using 32. Okay. Like this, you can handle a string or character array. Here, it is a only single dimensional character array. But if you want to put a list under this string, then you need a multi-dimensional character array. How to use this multi-dimensional character array? If you have a string like this, s of 5, it is only single dimensional, but you want to put a 3 string, then s of 5 of 3, that is, it contains 3 rows and 50 columns. Each row is terminated again by using null character. You can also write a program for 2-dimensional string. Let us perform a simple program for how to scan and how to print 2-dimensional string. If you want to put a more than single, or you want to put a list, then you can use a multi-dimensional string. A 2-dimensional. For 2-dimensional string, you have to declare here. Suppose string is city of a string is, suppose I put here f, that is fruit of 5 rows and 10 characters for each row, that is 5 row and 10 columns. You need here I variable. Then here give message enter name of 5 fruits. Okay, as you know that here you don't have a single dimension, therefore you have here 5 rows. How to locate these rows? The first row is 0, the next one is 1, and the last one is 4. Therefore here you need a loop. And give here get s f of I. Now print this string. For printing, you can also use a putS function. You can also write here scanf also. Scanf. Suppose I put here apple, orange, lychee, grapes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No. I first press here enter, therefore skip the first string. But again run it. Apple, orange, grapes, lychee, banana. Now here you have a 5 fruits. If you want to create a list of anything, then you can use a two-dimensional character array. It is a two-dimensional string, that is two-dimensional character array. Here for two dimension you need a subscript from 0, subscript for rows till the number of rows -1. Okay. In the next lecture we will see multi-dimensional integer array. Thank you.